Hello, student. Namaste. You are welcome to an English class of grade 9, unit 9, work and leisure. And we will be talking about a grammatical lesson, and it is active and passive. Together with, we talk about the writing skills as well. Are you all ready with your book, exercise book and pencil? Good. Now, look at on the board, active and passive. He writes a book. So, it is an active sentence. So, where is the verb, where is the subject, and where is an object in this sentence? Yes, you are right. This is subject, this is verb, and it is an object. Now, how can we change this active sentence into passive? As I said, this is he is a subject, writes is a verb, and a book is an object. So, when we change this active sentence into passive, object becomes subject, subject becomes object, and verbs are changed accordingly. Dear student, how verbs are changed we talk about later. And what is an object in this active sentence? Right, a book. A book, it is in B5 form of the verb, writes. Write is in S or ES form of the verb. So, a book, when a verb is in this structure, so we use is, am, are with be a past participle form of the verb. So that a book is a singular subject, we use is here, a book is. So, now the verb changes with past participle. So, the past participle form of this verb is written, written, and while making a passive structure or sentence, we use by, and then he is a subject, it becomes object in passive sentence. So, he changes with him. So, it becomes passive sentence. Did you get it? So, a book is written by him is a passive sentence of he writes a book. Did you get the idea? Good. So, here we go. Now, if so, then what is an active voice sentence and passive voice sentence? Let us talk about. An active voice sentence in which the subject of the sentence performs the action of the verb. And as I said earlier, when there is an active sentence, there must be a subject, a verb, and object. Similarly, while changing this active sentence into passive, object becomes subject, and there will be the inflection of verb, that is known as a conjugation of sometimes be verb we can use, sometimes the past or participle form of the verb is used, sometimes present participle form of the verb is used, and at last there will be subject in passive voice sentence. Or after subject, they we write usually in a prepositional phrase such as by, with, a prepositional word. This is what the basic concept about an active voice sentence and passive voice sentence. Once again, let me repeat you. In active voice sentence, it is formed with subject, verb and object. Whereas a passive voice sentence, it is formed with object, with conjugation of be verb sometimes the present participle form of the verb, sometimes past participle form of the verb, and subject, and after subject we use usually prepositional phrase. This is what the basic idea about active and passive. Now here we go. Dear student, study the example sentences in the table below. In this table, you may find out in the one column there are verb tenses, and in the middle column there is active voice. Sentences are found in active voice, and in the next column the sentences are found in passive voice. Can one of you read? Present simple. When we have the sentence with present simple, so what is the form of present simple? Good. He delivers the letters. In this sentence, delivers is a verb, so it is in S or ES form. S or ES form of the verb. He is a subject, the letters in the sentence is an object. How it is changed into passive? According to our ideas and concept about active and passive, what I said, subject become object and object becomes subject. Similarly, verbs are changed accordingly. So in the sentence, he delivers the letters are delivered. As I said, by him is a prepositional phrase. It is usually used and sometimes it is optional part as well. Second, past simple. When we have a verb in past simple, how the sentence, active sentence, changes into passive. For example, he delivered the letters. We have he as a subject, delivered in the sentence is a verb, it is in past simple, and the letters is an object of active sentence. And it is changed with the letters were delivered. Similarly, when we have a sentence in future simple, active sentence, if we have an active sentence in future simple, for example, he will deliver the letters. He is a subject in this sentence, will deliver is a verb, it is in future simple, and the letters is an object, so it changes with the letters will be delivered. Similarly, if we have a sentence in present continuous, how it is changed into passive form. If we have a sentence in present continuous form of the verb, for example, he is delivering the letters. In this sentence, he is a subject, is delivering is a verb, and the letters is an object. It is changed with the letters are being delivered. Similarly, if we have an active sentence with past continuous tense, it means he was delivering the letters. It is an active structure, it is an active sentence in active structure, and it changes with the letters were being delivered. Are you with me? Very good. And if we have an active sentence with going to, for example, he is going to deliver the letters, the sentence combines with going to and it changes with the letters are going to be delivered. Similarly, dear student, if we have a sentence with present perfect, for example, he has delivered the letters have been delivered. Similarly, if we have an active sentence in past perfect, for example, he had delivered the letters had been delivered. Similarly, if we have an active sentence in to infinitive form, that is, he has to deliver the letters, he is a subject in the sentence, has to deliver is verb with to infinitive, and the letters is an object. Changes with the letters have to be delivered. If we have an active sentence with modal verbs, for example, must, can, and so on, for example, he must deliver the letters, it can be changed with the letters must be delivered. Did you get the ideas how active sentences, active voice is changed into passive one according to the verb and tenses? Outstanding. So here we go. I believe you have understood well about how active sentences are changed into passive on the basis of verb and tenses. Dear student, now let me show you the structure of active and passive. Dear student, now let us talk about the structure of active and passive. When we have an active sentence with verb with s or es, it changes with is, am, are with past participle form of the verb. Similarly, if we have an active sentence with simple past form of the verb, changes with was, were plus past participle. Similarly, if we have a verb with have, has, had with past participle, they change with have, has, had, been with past participle. Similarly, if we have an active sentence with is, am, are with gerund form of the verb, and it changes with is, am, are being with past participle form of the verb. Similarly, if we have an active sentence with shall, will, have with past participle, and it changes with shall, will, have been with past participle. Similarly, if we have an active sentence with modal auxiliaries with root form of the verb, that is known as base form of the verb, changes with modal auxiliaries with be with past participle. Similarly, if we have can, may, must, has to, have to, had to in active structure, they change with can, may, must, has to, have to, had to with be and past participle. Last but not the least, dear student, if we have the active sentence with shall, will with root form of the verb, changes with shall, will, be with past participle. This is what the way how we change active sentences into passive. Have you understood? Good. Dear student, on the basis of those ideas and concept about active and passive, I believe you might have understood how active sentences are changed into passive one. Now, let us practice answering and changing the active sentences into passive. B. Change the following sentences into passive voice. Are you all ready to change the following sentences into passive voice? Very good. A. someone is helping her with the housework. How this sentence changes into passive? Can you guess? All right. B. The mail order company sent him a parcel. Probably you are confused here. C. My friend sent me an invitation. D. The secretary has given the minister the letters. E. The traffic police officer had already fined him for a parking offense. Are you writing the answer? Good. John gave Elizabeth that beautiful ring. G. Her students have sent her followers. H. He must give the message to the right person. Dear student, please identify where is the subject and where is the verb and in which form of the verb is there and where is the object of the sentence. First you find out it. If you identify those things in active sentences, there may not be any problem to change those sentences into passive one. Next, we teach our students English and French. J. Someone bought flowers for the bride. The guide showed the tourists the sights of Pokhara. They pay her an excellent salary. I believe you are writing and changing those active sentences into passive one. Are you all changing those sentences into passive one? All right. Now here we go. Someone is helping her with the housework. See, in this sentence, we have subject, we have verb, is helping, it is in present continuous form or with the housework, and we have two objects here. In this case, we should take the first object. Generally, dear student, if we have two objects in a sentence, generally we take the first object as a subject in passive voice. So here the first object is her. So what is the subjective form of her? Good. C. So what is the passive structure of the sentence? Good. She is being helped with the housework. So she is a subject here. Is being, when we have an active sentence with present continuous form of the verb, we change it into is, am, are with being with past participle form of the verb. So that we change this sentence into she is being helped with the housework. You are right. B. The mail order company sent him a parcel. This is an active sentence. So how it changes into passive one? Can you guess? All right. Here we go. He was sent a parcel by the mail order company. In this sentence also, we have two objects. As I said, take the first object as a subject of passive sentence. So him becomes he as a subject, and we have sent is a verb. It is in simple past form. So when a verb is in simple past in active sentence, it changes with was, were plus past participle form of the verb. That's why it becomes he was sent a parcel by the mail order company. Next, my friend sent me an invitation. So my friend, here is a subject, sent me an invitation. You may guess where is the verb and where is an object in active sentence. How do you change the sentence into passive? According to our rules, according to our concept. Me changes into I as a subject of passive sentence, so that here we go. I was sent an invitation by my friend. Next, D. The secretary has given the minister the letters. I guess you have already written the answer. Here we go, the answer. The minister has been given the letters by the secretary. When we have an active sentence with present perfect form of the verb, and if there is present perfect form of the verb in active sentence, and if we simply include been with present perfect structure, that becomes passive in passive sentence. So that the minister has been given the letters by the secretary. E. The traffic police officer had already fined him for a parking offense. I guess you have written the answer. Okay, here we go. He had already been fined for a parking offense by the traffic police. Next, F. John gave Elizabeth that beautiful ring. What is your answer? A passive sentence. All right, the answer we go. That beautiful ring was given to Elizabeth by John. When the sentence is in past simple, so we must change into it was were with past participle form of the verb. That's why gave is in simple past form of the verb in active sentence. Similarly, it changes with was were with past participle, so that was given. As you have known, subject becomes object, object becomes subject. Yes, you're right. Similarly, her students have sent her flowers. This is an active sentence and it changes with she has been sent flowers by her students. See, have sent, it is in present perfect structure. When an active sentence is in present perfect structure, and when we use been in present perfect form of the verb, that becomes passive. So, she has been, she is a singular subject, so we change have into has. So, if we include been, that becomes passive, and sent flowers by her students. H. He must give the message to the right person. What is the answer? Some of you are confused, I guess. Try it, try it. Very good. Here is the answer. The message must be given to the right person. This is what the passive sentence of he must give the message to the right person. Next, we teach our students English and French. Can one of you say? Right. Here we go. Our students are taught English and French. Similarly, J. Someone bought flowers for the bride. Are you confident to write the answer? Are you standing? Here we go, the answer. Flowers were bought for the bride. Flowers were bought for the bride. Make sure, students, if a subject is singular, singular verb is used. If a subject is plural, plural verb is used. So, here is flowers, plural subject, so that we use were as a plural form of the verb. K. The guide showed the tourist the sights of Pokhara. You have known the answer. Here we go. The tourists were showed the sights of Pokhara by the guide. Have you understood? Very good. Next, they pay her an excellent salary. You are known about where is the subject, where is verb, in which form of form of the verb is there in active structure and where is an object. According to the concept of active and passive, you have answered already. All right, here we go, the answer. She is paid an excellent salary. Dear student, you may just have a cursory look of active structure and passive structure. I have already given you. You can just see and remember once again. Now, fill in the blanks with the correct passive form of the verbs in the brackets. So, this is a task for you. I believe you can answer all and fill in the gaps with appropriate verbs. Can you do it? Good. Let us do together. The mayor inaugurated a sports center in our town last week. The facility, there is a verb, believe. Change it into passive structure. Is believed, was believed, or what else? Yes? Yes, you are right. Is believed to be one of the largest in the country, and experts hope that it, there is a verb, visit. What is the passive form of this sentence? Look at the sentence, locate the ideas. What is your answer? Guess the answer? Good. Here is the answer, will be visited. Why? Why will be visited? See, read out the sentence up to the last. By thousands of amateur and professional athletes over the course of the next few years. Next few years, it indicates the future. Action and future time. That's why will, when we use be, that becomes passive, will be visited. Good. Next, the center, and the verb is construct for over 6 years. What is your guess? The center for over 6 years. Present perfect or what else? Just please guess the answer by identifying the sentence. Yes, you're right. Here we go, the answer. Had been constructed or over 6 years. However, it, there is a word at. When there is a word at, generally we use sometimes present perfect, sometimes past perfect, and not completely finished. It, what is your answer? Good. Hasn't been completely finished. At. Workers are making the final adjustment this week and say that it, by the end of the month, complete is a verb. What is your guess? Will have been completed. We use future perfect in passive structure. Why? By the end of the month. We have a single time words. When we have a single time words, generally we use future perfect tense when the action happens in future. Dear students, similarly, the center offers various sports facilities including 2 indoor swimming pools, 3 large gyms and a ball court. They can book. There is a modal verb. When we have a modal verb with be with past participle form of the verb. So that they can, what is your answer? Good. Here we go, the answer. Can be booked online or directly at the administration desk. The equipment, buy is a verb from local companies which also provided the training programs. So, identify the sentence and then use the appropriate form of passive structure, appropriate form of verbs. Was about. Good. Next, the new center, we have a verb finance by government funds as well as grants that. So, see, What is your answer? The news center. Past, present, we have finance a verb. Was financed. Similarly, as well as grants that, we have a give. We have a verb give. Were given. Government funds as well as grants. Funds were given to the region by the European Union, politicians and famous athletes from all over the country. Politicians and famous athletes from all over the country, we have a invite a verb to the official opening ceremony scheduled for next Tuesday. What is your guess? In the gaps, use appropriate form of the verb. Yes, you are right, have been invited. So, in this way, dear students, you can have a lot of practices changing active sentences into passive. All right? Now, we move to the writing second. What do we learn about writing second? We talk about write an essay about work and leisure in approximately 200 words. You can use the given prompts: differences, similarities, benefits and balance. This is what? Your homework. But how can we develop our writing? How can we develop our essay? I am giving you some ideas how to write an essay. So, process of writing essay. See, generally essay can be written into 3 different paragraphs. In the first paragraphs, we write introduction, and in introduction, we introduce the topic, and then we summarize the points of the paragraphs, and then in the second paragraphs, we write the body idea, the main content of the essay. And what we write in the body paragraphs, dear students, in writing essay, we write the supportive details and thesis statement with facts and evidences in body paragraphs. This is the second paragraphs of writing an essay. Similarly, in the conclusion paragraph, we develop the summarization, the main points on the basis of our argument, and we conclude our writing with logical conclusion. This is how we develop an essay. In the first paragraph, we develop introduction. We write an introduction of the topic, of the given topic. And in the second part, we develop the main content, that is known as the body paragraph. And in the last part of our essay, we summarize the points with our own opinions, and the opinions must be in logical conclusion. If so, then what are the 5 steps of writing an essay? How can we develop the essay, and what are the steps of writing an essay? There is a question mark. Can you guess? Yes, you're right. Step 1, we do pre-writing, and in step 2, planning and outlining. After pre-writing, we plan and we develop an outline of an essay. In third step, we develop a first draft of essay, and in the fourth step, we redraft our essay and revising our writing in the fourth stage. Last but not the least one, dear students, this is the fifth steps of writing essay. We edit and finally we do the proofreading. This is how we develop our essay, and we write the essay on the basis of these 5 different steps. Dear student, here is a model writing of essay. Can you read? The title of this essay is Work and Leisure. It is just a model. It is not a very long one. So, you can elaborate it if you want. Work and leisure. Work is an activity involving mental or physical effort done to achieve a goal. Leisure is the free time which is spent beyond one's regular activities. Both work and leisure occupy a major part of a person's life. Research has found that people choose leisure activities involving the same psychological, social and behavioral skills as their work. Leisure participation has a beneficial effect on work satisfaction, psychological well-being and health and skill utilization to develop one's sense of competence necessary for the workplace. Leisure is a time to be spent beneficially to create knowledge, pleasures and satisfaction. Work is productive, whereas leisure may or may not be productive, but must not involve an individual duties and functions in the workplace. This is just I have given you the model writing, dear student. You can elaborate. So, I have started the introductory paragraph, body idea and the concluding paragraph as we discussed before. So, you are requested to complete this writing at home. Will you? Very good. Dear student, I believe you have well understood in our today's class. And I equally believe you do a lot of practices at home. Till then, see you soon and goodbye. Namaste.